at 6 p.m. and the Pharr Planning and Zoning Commission will come to order. Roll call.
Wiley,
Present.
Charlie Ramirez,
Present.
Jonathan Laraga, Romeo
Present.
Rafael Munguia, Luis Madrigal,
Present.
Andy Castro,
Present.
alternate member Guadalupe Cano,
Present.
alternate member Joel Ordaz.
Okay.
We have a quorum.
Okay, we need an excuse for the absent members.
Mr. Chairman,
Motion.
I'll make a motion to excuse the absentees.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries. Public testimony. Anybody signed up?
No one has signed up, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, next item, approval of the minutes of October the 25th, 2021.
Mr. Chairman, I move the minutes of October 25th, 2021.
Second.
Second. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries. Next item is a public hearing.
Good evening. My name is Anaisa Licerio, Planner 2 for the City of Pharr. Tonight we have 4 items for your recommendation. Item number 1, Capote Farms LTD has filed with the Planning and Zoning Commission a request for a conditional use permit to allow a parking lot in an agricultural and/or open space district AO. The property is legally described as being 2.35 acres out of the southwest corner of Lot 386, Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property's physical address is 10401 South Cage Boulevard. The property is currently zoned agricultural and/or open space district AO. The surrounding area is zoned agricultural and/or open space district AO to the northeast and general business district C to the west and south. This area is generally designated for commercial use in the land use plan. Fire department's pending inspection, code compliance, and planning department approve the conditional use permit. 21 surrounding property owners were notified of the request by letter, and a legal notice was published in the Advance News Journal. Staff received no response to the letters or the legal notice. Development Services recommending approval of the request for a conditional use permit to allow a paved parking facility in an agriculture and/or open space district AO, subject to the following conditions set before you.
Okay.
And we
thank-
do have representation.
Okay, any comments from the applicant?
Do you have any comments?
No?
No, sir.
Okay.
No?
This item requires a public hearing. Anybody signed up to speak on this item? None? Okay, we'll close the public hearing. Open up the item to board discussion.
Mr. Chairman, I do have a question. Is there just one entrance to this parking lot?
Yes. Yes, it's to the
Okay.
north side, along South Cage.
Okay, and it's the 250 feet, or you're looking,
From the corner, yes, it's the 250.36 that's there.
okay.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna put drainage, they're gonna be drainage on this, retention ponds? or-
Depends on the material they'll be using. It'll be up to the engineering department for
Okay,
their requirements.
yeah, okay.
But this is a permanent parking area.
What, sorry?
It will be a permanent parking area?
It's a temporary parking.
Temporary.
Temporary
okay.
parking,
So,
yes.
They are
Yes.
gonna develop it, pardon me, Chairman.
go ahead.
It will be developed, I mean, blacktop and what we're requiring for everybody else?
For since it's temporary, they only use it when they harvest.
Okay.
It's not, they're not gonna do permanent, concrete or asphalt. It depends on whenever they do use it, what the engineering department can ask for the materials
Right.
on the
right.
staging of the vehicles, cause it is the semi-trucks.
Okay, all right, so it's just for the farm only, not for public use,
No, it's just all, the applicants,
personal?
yes,
Okay.
when they harvest their company.
Got it, okay.
And that's permit for a year or what?
this,
You can have the applicant answer those questions, Ana.
he's not here, he's not
Oh,
here.
he's not here.
No. If this is for a year, these are this one's up for renewals. Every year. So yes, it's valid. Every year we would do,
It will renew.
yes.
I've seen one of these before.
Mhm.
And are there certain requirements for it?
For the
For this
parking
specific temporary parking?
requirements as in,
I don't know, that's what I'm asking. What's the city requirements for it?
I mean, they're going through our fire department and the inspections with code and planning. So as far as requirements, if they're proposing to do a parking lot, it'll be required at the time of building permit. So whether it's engineering, fire, utilities, what they'll ask them for at the time, depending the
I mean,
material they
but-
use.
My question is,
Mr.
we
Chairman.
do have something on the board, on the books for temporary parking,
We-
we do have something for permanent parking.
Right, so
Okay.
I want to clarify something real quick. So on the actual agenda memorandum, staff did put in there that it was to allow a paved parking facility. That's not the case. So in this case, the applicant has had this temporary parking space for around 15 years already. What he uses it for is just during the harvest season. Once the harvest season is out and he gets all the vegetables and out, the area is no longer to be used. The type of material that he's gonna be using on there will be determined by the engineering department, whether he needs to upgrade it either to a specified gravel or something like that it currently doesn't have. But he will be having to meet with the engineering department, and they will be explaining to him as far as what type of material and stuff he would need.
And this is at a four-way major thoroughfare, huh?
It's right on the corner, it's his property, it belongs to him, it's not part of the right-of-way or anything, it is actually on his property.
How many others of these type do we have?
A temporary parking, like this facility, this is the only one that I can
Okay,
remember.
well, we never seen them before,
Yeah,
that's why. I
yes,
thought.
sir, yes.
Strange.
And like I said, he's had it for a number of years. Every time he comes through the Planning and Zoning Commission, it's a set number of years. The last one that he had was for 5 years. That's since expired, and that's why we're bringing it to the board today.
So the new one is for another 5 years or a year?
Right now, we didn't specify the amount of years, but that could be determined by the board.
Okay, and I got another question that we can follow up on. That continuous right turn, did the highway department abandon that? Did he retain it? There used to be a street right there where it was a continuous right turn from, if you're going westbound to
You're talking off
northbound?
of Cage?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because if you look on the west side,
Mhm.
state kept the rights to that easement right away, or the thoroughfare, basically.
Okay.
And on this side, well, I know they had taken that out and made it into a hard corner. Did the highway give up? Or was it never theirs and this was something
You know,
that-
when we went back and we looked at the actual property and the owner and all that, all the information that we received came back as the owner, Capote Farms, yes.
Okay,
Yes, so I'm assuming if, you know, they probably never purchased it, or if they abandoned it at any point in time, it reverts back to the original owner.
got it, okay. I'm good.
No further board discussion? None? Okay, we'll close the board discussion. Open the floor for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I approve CUP 210954 for a temporary parking for the term of 3 years.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. Next item.
Item number 2. Salinas Engineering and Associates representing Dreamland Estates LLC owner has filed with the Planning and Zoning Commission a request for a change of zone from agriculture under Open Space District 80 to Single Family Residential Estate District R1E in order to develop and construct single-family homes. The subject site is located on the east side of North Sugar Road and is physically located within the 4600 and 5000 block of North Sugar Road. The property is legally described as being 20 acres more or less out of the north half of Lot 103, Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property fronts North Sugar Road, a 70-foot minor collector that runs north and south with a posted speed limit of 30 miles per hour or less as identified in the City of Pharr's thoroughfare plan. The property is currently zoned agriculture and/or open space district AO. All the properties to the north, east, south, and west were annexed on October 1989. A portion of the property to the north was rezoned from agriculture and/or open space district AO to single-family residential district R1 on September 17, 2018. And the other portion to the north was zoned single-family residential district R1 on November 6, 2017. There have been no other zoning requests within the vicinity of the subject property since that time. The property is generally designated for commercial use in the land use plan. The single-family residential estate district R1E is established to provide for development of primarily very low-density detached single-family residence on lots of not less than 10,000 square feet. It is intended for large lot subdivisions to provide sufficient space in appropriate locations for residential development to meet the present and future housing needs. It is intended for areas that are properly buffered from non-residential uses and protected from pollution and/or environmental hazards or from high volume of non-single-family traffic. 31 letters were mailed out to the surrounding property owners and a legal notice was published in the Advance News Journal. Staff received no response to the letters or the legal notice. Development Services recommending approval of the request to rezone from agriculture and/or open space district AO to single-family residential estate district R1E, as the property meets area requirements and has adequate ingress and egress. If approved, the owner must comply with all city ordinances and city department requirements. This item will go before the City Commission meeting of November 15, 2021 at 4 p.m. And there's no representation.
Nobody here, okay? Okay, this item requires a public hearing. Anybody signed up for it?
No one in the affected area, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. We'll close the public hearing, open up the item for board discussion. Okay, once again, why is there no buffer required?
Not for single family, not for the residential single family estate district, the one that they're applying for.
30 miles an hour or less? Damn. I know, cemetery. Yeah, so we're good.
Okay, any more discussion? Further discussion? None?
No, sir.
Okay, we close the board discussion, open the floor for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve change of zone 210957.
Second.
Second, okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries.
Item number 3, no action necessary item has been withdrawn. Item number 4, Trevino Engineering representing Sandman Properties LLC owner has filed with the Planning and Zoning Commission a request for a change of zone from General Business District C and Agricultural and/or Open Space District AO to Limited Industrial District LI in order to develop and construct a warehouse showroom for interior and exterior materials. The subject site, which is located north of East Nolana and is physically located on 501 East Nolana Loop. The property is legally described as being a 10-acre tract of land, more or less, being out of Lot 99, Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property fronts East Nolana Loop, a 120 to 150 principal arterial posted speed limit of 40 to 55 miles per hour as identified in the City of Pharr's thoroughfare plan. The property is currently zoned agricultural and/or open space district AO and general business district C. The properties to the north were annexed on August 20th, 1991 as agricultural and/or open space district AO. Later, on October 1st, 2002, a portion of the properties to the north were rezoned to single-family residential district R1. The property and the properties to the east and south were annexed on June 1990. On November 1st, 2005, a portion of the property to the east was rezoned to multifamily high-density district RMF HD. The other portion to the east was rezoned to General Business District C, and the properties to the west were rezoned to Limited Industrial District LI on March 30th, 1982, when the city adopted the current zoning ordinance we use today. Later, a portion of the property was rezoned to Heavy Commercial District HC on July 5th, 1988. There have been no other zoning requests within the vicinity of the subject property since that time. The property is generally designated for commercial, multifamily, residential, and public, semi-public use in the land use plan. The Limited Industrial District LI is intended for industrial parks and larger, cleaner types of industries. The manufacturing uses should be conducted within a totally enclosed building. Any activities conducted outside should be screened and buffered, and no external effects such as excessive noise or odor should extend beyond the property lines. The sites for such uses are typically a minimum of 2 acres and average 5 to 10 acres, with a significant amount of land dedicated to landscaping. 39 letters were mailed out to the surrounding property owners, and a legal notice was published in the Advance News Journal. Staff received no response to the letters or the legal notice. Development Services is recommending approval of the request to rezone from General Business District C and Agricultural and/or Open Space District AO to Limited Industrial District LI, as the property meets area requirements and has adequate ingress and egress. If approved, the owner must comply with all city ordinances and city department requirements. This item will go before the City Commission meeting of November 15, 2021 at 4 p.m.
Any
And
representation?
we do have representation.
Any comments at this time? No?
No, sir.
Okay, this item requires a public hearing. Anybody from the affected area signed up to speak on this item?
No one in the affected area.
Okay, thank you. Close the public hearing, open the item up to board discussion.
None for me, sir.
No discussion? Okay, we'll close the board discussion, open the floor for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry, let's regress back to the,
Oh.
I'm curious to see, they're gonna put warehousing? What do they plan to do there
So
exactly?
what they do is the granite stucco for any of the exterior or interior of the homes, so they
Okay.
have that.
They manufacture? Or
They-
they
No,
actually
they
just cut
sell
and
it. They
sell-
have the product there, so
Okay.
they'll require it there outside, of course,
Okay.
buffered, but they don't make like the granite there. They
Yeah,
sell
yeah.
it. It's for
Okay,
sale, but they
yeah.
have the warehouse because of how much material it's the exterior,
Okay.
yeah.
Hours of operation, this, 8 to 5, 8 to 6?
I can look into that and get
My-
back to
My
you.
biggest concern is just
Yeah.
having multifamily next door, and I'm
Yes.
surprised nobody showed up
Yeah.
to, at least say something. But,
Yeah, just-
But there is no construction of any material being made at here, just display and
Just the
sale.
sales of the stucco, the granite, like the rocks, stones that they'll
Kinda
use on
like-
the home.
Kind of like the company across the street, what's Earth?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They have like a tile and, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Now, this is the old auto auction place, right?
Correct.
Okay. That went 'em. We're good.
Okay, once more, no more discussion.
No more
sir.
discussion.
Okay. We'll close the discussion, open up the floor for a motion.
Take it, Chair.
Mr. Chairman, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve.
I'll second that, sir.
Second. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries.
Item number 5. Trevino Engineering representing Alberto Garza, owner, has filed with the Planning and Zoning Commission a request for a change of zone from General Business District C to Residential Multifamily District RMF in order to develop and construct duplexes on subject property. The subject site is located on the south side of East Sam Houston Avenue. The property is legally described as being Olive Lots 1 through 3, Southside Addition Subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property fronts East Sam Houston Avenue, an 80-foot major collector that runs east and west with a posted speed limit of 30 miles per hour or less, as identified in the City of Pharr's thoroughfare plan. The property is currently zoned General Business District C. The property and the properties to the north, south, and east were zoned to single-family residential district R1 on March 30th, 1982, when the city adopted the current zoning ordinance we use today. Later, the property to the east was rezoned to Office and Professional District OP on July 3rd, 2001. The property to the west was zoned to General Business District C on January 22nd, 1980. There have been no zoning requests within the general vicinity of the subject property since then. The property is generally designated for single-family residential use in the land use plan. The residential multifamily district is established to provide adequate space and site diversification for low to medium density residential development where adequate streets and other community facilities are available for present and future needs. This district is established for duplex, fourplex development as low to medium density use, and additional requirements for streets, water and fire protection, wastewater, drainage, and adequate open space shall be met before zoning to such use. It is established to protect residential areas as far as possible against heavy traffic and zoned promote the most desirable use of land and direction of building development, not in conflict with the city's comprehensive plan. 26 letters were mailed out to the surrounding property owners, and a legal notice was published in the Advance News Journal. Staff received no response to the letters or the legal notice. Development Services is recommending approval of the request to rezone from General Business District C to Residential Multifamily District RMF, as the property meets area requirements and has adequate ingress and egress. If approved, the owner must comply with all city ordinances and city department requirements. This item will go before the City Commission meeting of November 15, 2021 at 4 p.m.
Okay. Is anybody present?
Yes, we do have representation.
Do you have any comment?
No.
None? Okay. This item requires a public hearing. Anybody from the affected area signed up to speak on this item?
No one in the affected area, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we'll close the public hearing, open the board up to board discussion. Item up to board discussion.
None for me, sir.
No discussion? Okay, we'll close the board discussion, open the floor for a motion.
Chairman, I move to approve change of zone 21-1061.
Second.
Second, okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Commissioners. Excuse me, for the record, my name is Gilberto Martinez, your planner 2 for City of Pharr. Tonight, we have 4 items before you for your recommendation. Item number 1, Real Delta Engineering representing W.A. Landreth. Number 3, Manager for Vaquero Kelly Pharr Partners, LP Vaquero Ventures Management LLC, and Alvaro Gonzalez, Manager for Los Hoteles LP, are requesting preliminary and final plat approval of the proposed Los Hoteles subdivision number 2. The property is legally described as being a 4.37 acres tract out of lot 108, Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property is located within the 100 block of West Nolana Loop. The property is currently zoned Limited Industrial District LI. The adjacent zones are Agriculture Open Space District AO and Limited Industrial District LI to the north, Limited Industrial District LI to the east, and Heavy Industrial District HI to the south, and General Business District C and Agriculture Open Space District AO to the west. The property is designated for industrial use in the land use plan. Property proposed use, retail and restaurant. Variances, none requested. Development Services recommends preliminary and final plat approval of the proposed Los Hoteles subdivision number 2, subject to the following conditions set before you. Also, this item will go before the City Commission meeting of November the 15th, 2021 at 4 p.m. And we don't have
Thank you.
representation in the audience.
Okay, this item does not require a public hearing, so we'll go ahead and open up the item to board discussion. No discussion? Okay, we'll close the board discussion, open the floor for motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve subdivision 21-1036.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries.
Okay. Item number 2, applicant Salinas Engineering, representing George Gonzalez, owner, is requesting preliminary plat approval of the proposed Arnold Grove subdivision. The property is legally described as being all of the north 20 acres out of Lot 103 Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property is located within the 4600 block of North Sugar Road. The property is currently in zone Agriculture Open Space District AO, and the adjacent zones are Single Family Residential District R1 to the north, and Agriculture Open Space District AO to the south, east, and west. The property is designated for commercial use in the land use plan. Property proposed use, single family residential lots. Variances, none requested. Recommendations, Development Service recommends preliminary plat approval of the proposed Arnold Grove subdivision, subject to the following conditions set before you.
Okay, thank you. This item does not require a public hearing, so we'll open up the item to board discussion.
Mr. Chairman, permission to approach staff?
Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Eddie, this is the one we just approved, change of zone for, right?
Correct.
Do
Yes,
these have 10,000 square feet at least?
each lot should have
At
the
least 10?
10,000 square feet. Yes, sir.
Okay, I was trying to do the math, I couldn't see the numbers.
Yeah, that's too small since the plats have so much information.
Sure.
When we reduce it, it's all fuzzy. But they do meet, they exceed 10,000. They're like 11,000. They're within that range.
Thank you, sir. That's all I have, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Chairman.
Okay, no further discussion? Okay, we'll close the board discussion, open the floor for motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve subdivision 210825.
Second.
Second, okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries.
All right. Next item, applicant Meldon and Hunt Inc., representing Kevin Matson, manager for RS Pharr LLC, A Texas Limited Liability, is requesting preliminary plat approval of the proposed Sioux Rep subdivision. The property is legally described as being a 2.355 acres, being 1.382 acres out of Lot 140 Kelly Pharr subdivision, and 0.973 of 1 acre out of Lot 1 Civil Spore subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property is located within the 2700 block of North IH 69C. The property is currently in zone General Business District C. The adjacent zones are General Business District C to the north, south, east, and west. The property is designated for commercial use in the land use plan. Property proposed use, gas station / store. Variances, none requested. Development Services recommends preliminary plat approval of the proposed Sioux Rep subdivision, subject to the following conditions set before you.
Okay. This item does not require a public hearing, so we'll go ahead and open up the item to board discussion. No discussion? Okay, we close the board discussion, open the floor for motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve preliminary plat for subdivision 211037.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries.
All right. Last item, applicant Melton and Hunt Inc., representing Francisco Obregon, is requesting final plat approval of the proposed Encino Ridge subdivision. The property is legally described as being a 21.958 acres a part or portion out of Lot 97, Kelly Pharr subdivision, Pharr, Hidalgo County, Texas. The property is located within the 4700 block of North Veterans Boulevard. The property is currently zoned single-family residential district R1, and the adjacent zones are General Business District C and Agricultural Open Space District AO to the north, city limits to the east, General Business District C to the south, and Agricultural Open Space District AO to the west. The property is designated for multifamily residential and commercial use in the land use plan. Property proposed use, single-family residential homes, variances, non-requested. Development Services recommends final plat approval of the proposed Encino Ridge subdivision, subject to the following conditions set before you. Also, this item will go before the City Commission meeting of November the 15th, 2021 at 4 p.m.
Okay, thank you. This item does not require a public hearing, so we'll go ahead and open up the item to board discussion. No discussion? Okay, we'll close the board discussion, open the floor for a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve final plat for subdivision 191126.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie.
Let me see where we're at here. Okay, announcements and other business.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Planning Board would like to welcome our two new alternate members to the board today. The first one we have is Guadalupe Cano and Joel Ordaz.
Doctor,
Welcome.
welcome.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Okay, next item, there's only one item left to do.
Mr.
Adjournment.
Chairman?
Yes, sir.
I move to adjourn.
Okay,
I will second.
you second. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you.